Well, hello everyone. Good evening. Happy Valentine's Day the next day. Happy post Valentine's Day. Hope you guys all had a fabulous, spectacular day. It's good to join you. I've been up all night. Um Look at this. Look at this. Yeah, I'm putting all of the Heather Swain cards, which are in now. I finally got them today. I'm putting them in sleeves and top loading them. And yeah, everyone who's a channel member is going to finally get a Heather Swain card. I only printed 1,000 of them. I thought I only wanted 1,000. I don't know. By the way, in the future, I'm just going to order 300. If I want 1,000, I'm just going to order 300 because they will send me 1,000. I think I have 3,000 of them. I think they sent me 3 crates of these cards, and a crate looks like this. Like this is a crate of cards. You open it up, and I'm already I think I already top loaded 100 of them, and I got 3 of these. So I think they sent me 3 times as many as I wanted and paid for. Hi everyone. Let's see. It's Fat Man on Frogman, says Ozar Creations. That's not nice. That's not nice to call me Fat Man on Frogman. Hail Caesar. Hello, fellow deplorables, says Mike Dalton. It's good to see you guys. Let's see. Andrew Rotten says, just finished catching up on all this Comicsgate news. What an interesting whirlwind. Yeah, me too. Honestly, can I just explain something? I feel like things happen to me. I feel like the weirdest shit happens, and then I kind of go, and then it's my fault suddenly, which is what's going on right now. Mike Miller, in case you guys are not aware, Mike is mad at me. Mike really doesn't like me right now. And it gets worse and worse. And I think this is the kind of thing that happens, that can only happen in our situation. Because, both of us have groups of fans, and we're on the internet. And, it's like, if it wasn't for that fact, Mike and I think would have gone our own way, and it would be over by now. We wouldn't be fighting. The problem is that his fans annoy the piss out of me, and you guys probably annoy the piss out of him. And that's kind of the way it goes. People want this drama to continue, even though they say that they don't. And I think that, like when I get doxxed, which I have been now officially, got a weird thing. Pocket Pussy, otherwise known as Preston Poulter, sent me a message. And it was a benevolent, honorable, little private message. I think, I don't know. But it basically just said, hey, just to let you know, let me actually read it. I'm not going to show it, but I'll read it because I don't want to misquote him in any way. He sent me a DM, and he just said, this comment was left on my channel. I was unable to report it as harassment because it was not targeting me, so I removed it. I am forwarding it to you so that you may take your own actions regarding it. And it is my docs. My docs has been spread all over, I guess, YouTube. I found it on my channel as well, in a comment on one of my videos. And, it's my home address. It's my phone number. It's also who posted it. It's a fake account. Who knows who posted it. It's my address, my new home address, my phone number, and my Comcast cable ground line phone number, which is not hooked up. So, I don't have at some point, I think telephones are dead. I think that cell phones are where it's at. Ground lines, I can't imagine going to a spot in the house where I have a phone hooked up and I'm going to sit down and the phone's ringing. Hello? That's, I'm sorry, but I think that's the last millennium. I think that died in the last decade at the very least. So, yeah, my docs is out there. Now, do I care? No, I don't care. Unwanted visitors, I will ventilate them and laugh about it. And honestly, it's not hard to get someone's information. I think I'm in the phone book. I think I'm in the yellow pages. So it's not that big of a deal. But it is the intention behind it. The intention behind it is to send me a message. It's to threaten me. It's to, make me feel unsafe, et cetera, et cetera. I don't feel unsafe. I feel safe as houses. All right. So that's going on right now. So by the way, just a shout out. Let me say thanks to Preston Poulter. That was actually pretty honorable of him to do. And good on him. But yeah, the rest of this nonsense is going on. So Mike is furious, and I don't know exactly why he's furious anymore. He hates my guts. He calls Comicsgate a cult. He says I'm the face. This is the face of Comicsgate. I hope so. I think that's wonderful if so. If not mine, Cecil's or John Malin's. John Malin's got a lovely face. Or Anna, that Star Wars girl, should be the face of Comicsgate. I think that's terrific as well. But Mike is furious, and so Mike posted a long video, and I was sleeping when he did this. I sleep I go to bed at noon. I wake up at like 8 p.m. or something like that. And Mike posted this video of himself and his kids going out. I guess they've got a fireplace, burning Cyberfrog, burning a copy of Cyberfrog, which in and of itself, if Mike wants to burn his copy of Cyberfrog, we do this. Comicsgate has kind of been founded on defacing the pop culture objects that we find offensive. You want to stab a comic book as Yellow Flash has done. That's funny. You want to cut up a Rose Tico action figure, as I famously have done and will continue to do. Nobody's going to stop me from doing that. That's funny too. That's all fine and good, and you should do that. And if you want to burn comics, original art, anything like that, it doesn't mean anything. I mean, I think it hurts feelings. Certainly seeing Mike burn Cyberfrog and saying, I never even read Cyberfrog. That's too bad. It's a great book. In fact, Cyberfrog is one of the best books that Comicsgate has put out, and it's certainly beautiful. It's certainly the most talked about Comicsgate book, feared and loved at the same time. Like, a lot of people want this thing to go away. It's not going to go away. It's Cyberfrog. It's big. We're planning on Wreck Planet. I'm launching a campaign tomorrow that's going to blow your guys' mind. It's going to be awesome. New campaign for new Cyberfrog product. All right, so that's not the problem. The issue is, the problem is, Mike did it with his kids around, as he always does. Mike doesn't separate his social media activities from his family and children, which one time Ava, who was almost 4 years old, came down the stairs during one of my live streams. She loves to come down here. She wants to play. She would probably crawl up behind me, and you guys would go, oh, that's so cute. You would love to see my daughter. She's one of the most beautiful children on the face of the earth. You would love to see her. It'd be fun, wouldn't it? And some of you, I would trust many of you to be able to see Ava. I don't trust the entire internet to see my kids. So when Ava came down the stairs and I heard her coming down the stairs and I'm sitting right here, what do? I turn off the camera. I put the camera of the video on mute, and I run upstairs with Ava, and I hand her to her mother. Putting Ava on camera would be putting her in harm's way. We see that because people are actively doxing me, my family, now, and trying to bring harm our way. Or hoping that harm happens, even if the people who aren't doxing us are, planning to hurt us. The act of doxing, again, is a way of saying, somebody do it. You want to do it? Somebody do it. Here's his information. Go get him. I don't put my kids in videos. I did once early on in one of my most popular videos. You can catch a glimpse of Ava at age 1. That was a mistake. I will not ever do that again. Luckily she's grown now. She looks completely different. But putting your kids out on the internet is a problem. And Mike is finding that out now, I think, because as Mike was burning my comic book, Mike has a special needs kid, and there's nothing more precious. There is nothing more precious than a special needs child. That is a child that depends on you probably for your entire life. You're going to have a very special, loving, simple, and lovable child who is going to need your care. I don't take that lightly at all. I take that very seriously. It's a wonderful gift from God, but you must protect this child. Mike had this child out there reacting in horror, it seemed, to what his dad was doing. And somebody clipped 15, 17 seconds of the video. Mike made a 5-minute video of him psychotically burning my comic book out of pure hatred and rage. Because for whatever reasons Mike has, we've had difficulties. That's fair to say. And his kids said, "That's my book." No, that's my book. Nobody knows your children, Mike. Mike says Mike is online right now trying to prove that his kid, who I think has Down syndrome, always says that everything is his. And so the whole internet intentionally misunderstood and misjudged Mike's video, and so on and so forth. And therefore, Comicsgate intentionally did this to him. The internet intentionally set out to harm Mike with lies and deceit. And I ringleaded that, and you guys are potato men. He's calling all of my fans potato men. That sounds good right now. I'm hungry. And not potato men, just the potatoes. I think the answer to all of this, as usual, lies inwards. I think that when people are trying to project blame outwards, oftentimes, and especially when it comes to Mike, the fault is in it's not in the stars. It's in thyself. Do not put your children on the internet. Don't do it. And don't put your children in a video that you know is going to be controversial. Don't put your children in a video. But that video broke my heart. I saw the 17 seconds of it, and it absolutely broke my heart. And that's I'm a father. I'm a dad. Okay, I'm a dad. So that's my soft spot. Kids and your duty to protect your kids. As a parent, I would die for any of mine. Not even think about it. My life is nothing compared to the life of my children. So I saw that, and I reacted with sadness, I would say. Now, my advice again would be, don't put your children on the internet. And when you do, the internet is not to blame. You are to blame. Your child isn't to blame. You are to blame, because this is what happens. Okay, what happens is nobody cares about the full context of your video. Nobody cares. Nobody gives a shit to hear about this and that detail. Nobody wants to know any more about your family or the truth. Images speak loudly. We are comic book creators. We tell stories with pictures. If you haven't learned that lesson by now, if you haven't learned that images that you offer to the internet can be taken and misconstrued and tell stories in the minds of people who receive them, and oftentimes not the story you want them to be imagining, you are a dunderhead. You are a potato man. You are literally a potato head if you don't understand that. And so right now, at this very moment, Mike is doing a live stream with Edwin, blaming me for this. Mike intended to put out a video of himself burning. There are people who still haven't gotten their Cyberfrog Blood Honey comics. God bless you if you haven't gotten one yet. I go to the post office. We got the mass of fulfillment done. So most people, I think the vast majority, probably 95% of the people who ordered it now have Cyberfrog Blood Honey. But for the other 5%, I'm kind of picking you off, not with a gun, with stamps and with envelopes, one by one. I'm getting your information. I'm finding out about you, and I'm personally, I've got critical fulfillment at gmail.com. They're actually doing a lot of cleaning up on fulfillment. I just wrote the last check Holy shit, dude. I just wrote the last check for fulfillment. That's a lot of money. That is a lot of money. So Sheila Allen said, yeah, right. Read his shirt. That's the message. Is this shirt worn intentionally to send a message, or is it just the shirt that was in my closet down here? That's the question. That's what I want you to ask yourself. In any case, Mike intended to make a video burning a comic to show that he wanted to protest me for something that I said that with Cecil that had absolutely nothing to do with him. I said that, Doug Tenaple is a war profiteer because Doug Tenaple, and this is entirely a joke. My God, Mike. Because Doug Tenaple has a tier on Earthworm Jim, like many people do. It's a For the Troops tier. It isn't something that you are giving to the troops. You are saying, hey, and there's a little, see, this is why there's a little grain of truth to this. There's a little grain of truth to this. And as all jokes, as the best jokes go, they usually do have a grain of truth to them. You're saying, this is for the troops. And you are saying, I will send 10 copies of my books to the troops. You're going to pay for them. So in other words, after you're done buying your one copy, don't you want to feel like a patriot? Don't you want to give me $240 more? And I'll send 10 more copies at your behest to the troops who didn't ask for them, but you can send them over if you want. It's a little bit skeevy. It is a little bit skeevy. I would just send them for free. And I think the rumor that I'm hearing is that Doug did do that. Like Doug sent an abundance more copies of Earthworm Jim to the troops, which good on him if that's true. I don't see any evidence of that. Mike S. Miller also had a For the Troops tier for Lone Star, supposedly was supposed to send a whole lot of books to the troops. I have not seen evidence that he's done that yet. So Mike is not yet a war profiteer because he did not send the books to our boys, to our fighting men. He didn't do it yet, I don't think. And if he did, he should probably show that off. He should make that clear. So Mike is currently, I don't know if his live stream's still going. I paused it at one point while Mike was talking about me. Let me see here. Yeah, I think he's still live. All right, here we go.
Peers, pros, whatever. What the world outside of the original Comicsgate people understand to be Comicsgate.
Edwin to the rescue, by the way. I mean, this was a catastrophic PR move, and Mike did this to himself. The video right now has been retweeted and viewed over 240,000 times. Mike burning Cyberfrog while his child cries has been viewed 240,000 times on Twitter. And then that's not even counting how many times it's been viewed on YouTube, et cetera, et cetera. So here we go.
Is EVS and his cult. So that's why I disassociated. I still believe in the core values of Comicsgate. Everyone does. I don't know anyone who doesn't want good comics, good customer service, just like Richard. I agree with Richard C. Meyer.
No, you don't. You don't agree with Richard C. Meyer because Richard C. Meyer says, leave your divisive religious beliefs out of comics. Leave it out of your interactions with people on the internet. So you don't agree. You had the reason why you left Comicsgate was because you were called out. Mike was called out for announcing that the gays were going to go to hell. That pride is a sin. And by the way, it's a stupid thing anyway. I mean, gay pride isn't the kind of pride that's a mortal sin, Mike. In that context, there are several different kinds of pride. Pride is the inability that the sin, the pride that is a sin is an inability to accept your own faults, to take responsibility for the mistakes that you make. That is pride. To be the inability to humble oneself. That is pride. That is the sin. Gay pride means self-respect. That's all it is. It's just self-respect. And you told them they were going to hell because they wanted to respect themselves. They wanted to be able to hold their heads high in society. You're a dummy, Mike. I'm sorry, but you're so dumb. Here we go.
If you want good comics, you want, good customer service. If that's what Comicsgate is, of course, the ideals are still something everybody, including SJWs, agree with.
No, they don't. They don't, Mike. They don't. SJWs want to use the comic book industry and comic books themselves to espouse their own personal beliefs as propaganda. That's what you wanted to do. That's what SJWs want to do. And I'm not saying you're an SJW, not at all. But I'm saying that you didn't leave out of any kind of moral, Ethan's in a cult, and I don't want to associate with this. You left because I said, Mike, you shouldn't be calling the fans hellbound. It's the same thing as when they called us Nazis. When you tell the fans that they're going to go to hell, that's a bad thing. That is not something that's Comicsgate. That is not something that's excusable, and that's not something that Richard C. Meyer, your boy Zach, would ever approve of. You're not on the same page as Zach. You're just not. All right, thank you.
But I can't associate with this freaking vile crap.
She cut the jester. Now I call a portion of Comicsgate a cult, and the reason I say that is because people have been conditioned to accept information uncritically. It happened this Sunday. And then it happened again yesterday.
That's what you're doing. Guys, it's the internet. It's the internet. When you put images out on the internet, nobody is going to take the time to find out exactly the full context of the idiocy that you post on the internet. Time and time again, viral videos have destroyed lives because they painted a picture in the minds of the people who actually saw them, who spent 5 seconds looking at them. Somebody spent 15 seconds looking at your video and thought you were crazy, Mike. I mean, what the fuck? It is unbelievable. Mike talking about freaking vile crap. Mike, we just wanted you to behave yourself. All I wanted to do was get you to behave yourself. That's it. And not for my sake. Well, my sake too. I really want the people around me to conduct themselves in a certain way. And by that, I mean the professionals. Mike, your issues with the fans notwithstanding, they're the fans, and the customers can behave however they want. And if they want to attack us, if they want to meme on us, if they want to make fun of us, satirize us, parody us, make our lives a living hell sometimes because we're all very sensitive, that is their right. They're allowed to do that. They're the customers. That's what good customer service is. You go, I'm on a different plane as you. I'm trying to sell you things. I owe you everything. You don't owe me anything. And that's the relationship between customers and pros. You are a pro. I expect you to handle yourself and conduct yourself better than I would expect War Campaign to conduct themselves. They are allowed to put dildos on your face on Twitter. They're allowed to. And I'm not going to tell them to stop. You are not allowed, okay, by the conduct of Comicsgate, by the code of conduct, to tell gay people that they're going to hell. You're not supposed to do that. That's all it is. And again, if you just understood a couple of differentials in this situation, if you understood the difference between creators and people selling the hot dogs and the people buying the hot dogs and receiving the hot dogs, you wouldn't run into this problem. If you understood the difference between Comic Artist Pro Secrets, the YouTube channel, and then Comicsgate as a whole, you also wouldn't be having this problem, this situation.
And if you were one of the 500 some people who rushed over to say that Mike needed to be reported to the CPS, or he was horrible for burning his son's book, or repeating any of these absolutely moronical assertions. Moronical, dumb.
Hey, Edwin, you fucking idiot. Moronical isn't a word. It's moronic. There's no such word as moronical. And I love the way that you repeated it twice to call people stupid. All right. I will agree. People who said, look, don't, report Mike to CPS. That's bullshit. Okay. That's over the line. That's over the top. Mike does not deserve to be reported to CPS. That's ridiculous. But that's what the internet does. That is what the internet does. So we got Mike fuming still here over this injustice. This injustice that was done to him because he posted a nasty shitlord video. Once again, Mike tries to post an edgelord shitlord video on the internet. He gets a reaction to it. It's not the reaction that he was hoping for, and then he's blaming everyone else.
Just some dumb, not plum dumb, moronical.
The third time, moronical is not a word, and neither is sarcastical. Sarcastical is not a word. Neither is ironical. It's ironic, sarcastic, moronic. That's the word that you're looking for.
You were one of these 500.
Oh, there we go. And the video is down. Okay. This tends to happen. So I guess the video's over. Edwin found out that we were stream sniping it, and then there it goes. And that's what you do with videos that are based around truth. You immediately hide them, you tear them down, and you you run with your tail between your legs. I can't tell you guys how important it is that you protect your children on the internet. I can't tell you how important it is to take personal responsibility for the things that you choose to do. I would like Mike to take personal responsibility for the things that he chose to do. It's not me. I'd like him to understand that the internet is a rough beast. The internet sucks. Look, it is what it is. It's wonderful and it's terrible at the same time. Understand that by posting things out there in the world, you want to post shit is going to come right back at you in a big way. All right, let me see what the chat is saying here. Cowardical says, mindful lion. We got a $5 super chat from Dark Gift Comics Presents. He says, Edwin has me livid. Talking smack about Comicsgate is one thing. Bringing our families into it is way over the line. How did he bring our families into it? That's interesting. Ethan looks too thin. I'm not eating very much. I'm sitting here. First of all, in case you guys just got here and you missed the beginning of the show, I am putting up. Okay, we got the Heather Swain, exclusive member exclusive promo cards, and I'm currently putting these in the top loaders. I'm going to be. I bought 1,000 stamps. So I'm going to be shipping these out all this week to people who have joined the channel. My beloved channel members now know how to get the cards. I gave you the email address, and you'll be able to send me your address. I'll get these cards out to you today. These are only going to be available for Comic Artist Pro Secrets members. It's exclusive to you guys. I'm going to do this card, and then I'm going to do another card. We're going to do Lily or Chelson next. I'll probably take a poll to see what you guys would rather have next, like a Chelson card or a Lily card. Jabba the Cuck says, I don't want one. Well, you save me a stamp, Jabba the Cuck, but you hurt my feelings. You save me a stamp, but hurt my feelings. And that is... that's a toss-up. Let me see here. Let me pull up and see what's going on. I mean, again, I'm shocked at all of this. I wish we could move past it. But again, people saying just ignore it, move past it, move beyond it. The record has to be corrected all the time. It's not going to stop because the fans are going to keep bringing it up. The fans are going to keep making trouble. I mean, like I said, I was doxxed today. Officially doxxed, and I mean that's somebody agitating the situation and trying to make trouble. Tempest TV is a new member. He is going to receive a Heather Swain promo trading card. Thank you, Tempest TV. You can look in let's see, in the community tab, I think, and you will find the email address to send your address to for your card. Angry Bannerling says, grab a shotgun, Uncle E. Praise the sun. Oh, don't you worry. We've got worse stuff around here than that. Sarcticon DM says, Doug sending in Methwin for damage control. Yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough. I guess the only way to really do damage control is to appear extremely angry. If you can appear, I think the best way to manipulate this situation for Mike, and this is exactly what they're doing, is to appear extremely angry furious to blame other people and to call everyone liars. That is probably the best way to maintain a percentage of your audience. But I mean, that video that he made and the message that it sent and the images that it put into the minds of fans was a killer. I mean, it was just absolutely terrible. Let's see. Tomb says, Doug is Bib Fortuna, Mike is Jabba, and Edwin is Salacious Crumb. And thanks for your help with my missing sketch covers. You're quite welcome. Stringfellow says, it's beer 30, Ethan. Cheers. I'd like some beer right now. Dorby says, Mike went on to preach about personal responsibility while blaming Ethan for the consequences from Mike's own actions. Crazy to blame EVS. I don't want him to make videos. Let me put it this way. I don't want him to make videos and post videos of himself burning my beautiful comic book in his fireplace in front of his kids. I didn't ask him to do that. I don't want him to do it. And the fact that he did it seems like he was hoping for a response. He got a response. He got a response from me. It was an honest response from me. And he got a response from the internet. And it was an honest response from the internet. He didn't like the response. So it's my fault. Captain Chokeout says, imagine your kid coming on someone you hate's stream and more or less siding with them. Endless LOLs, Mike fails in all fields. Oh my gosh. I had to tell Andrew about this. I'm like, Mike's son Elijah came on the live stream to say he doesn't like the way everyone acts, including his father and John Malin. And I just sat there like a statue. I wasn't going to say a word. John Malin said, hey, shush, don't say a word about your family. Don't ever criticize your father or anything like that. Don't do it. And John gave him a really nice fatherly speech. You can go watch that. It's on yesterday's live stream. Tempest TV says, what's the email address, Caesar? I can't tell you because well, first, I can't see if you're a member or not. I assume you're a member. If you go to the community tab, there's a chat. There are posts that I send out, and this is a members only post. It's only viewable by paid paid channel members. So if you can see it, then you're eligible for a card, and that's the email address is in there. Michael McCartney is a new channel member. Welcome. Braden Dykstra says, it's my birthday. Thanks for being a part of it. Well, happy birthday to you. Billy Sidney says, those two got real weird. The word salad is strong. Dark Gift Comics says, DM'd you the clip where he does it. Oh, wonderful. Yeah, I don't know how much more of this I want to even deal with or think about. I'm sitting here, I'm illustrating Jordan Peterson's new book, as you guys know. I'm about to put up a new campaign, and the new campaign will be, I think I'm going to make it last an entire month. But I've got the Jay Lee posters in. You can see them over there. See those Jay Lee posters on my wall? They're gigantic. They're really, really big. And I'm going to make a second chance offering for those because I printed 1,000 of them. I think I sold a little more than 200 of them in the last campaign. So now that they're in, I'm going to offer them again. I'm going to offer the Salamandroid Blacklight posters. And then we are reprinting the Hall of Heroes Cyberfrogs number 1 and 2 that are impossible to get. They're very expensive. And, they're black and white. They're newsprint. What we're going to do is I've got Kyle Ritter right now. I love Kyle Ritter. God bless this fellow. Let me see if I can find this image. That's not it. That's someone calling me a Nazi piece of shit. Let me see if I can find it. All the Heroes, Cyberfrog page. Oh, here it is. All right, very good. Yeah, this is Kyle coloring Cyberfrog number 1 from Hall of Heroes. And look at this. This looks fucking, it really does look awesome. Beautiful, beautiful colors. And then I've got Eric Weathers. This is the original lettering that I did by hand back in 1993. But Eric Weathers is going over and he is fixing the lettering. He's going to re-letter this entire book. I think he did a live stream yesterday where he showed himself in the process of lettering this book. And, he's doing the Cyberfrog thought balloons with the bubbles in it. And all that stuff. It looks like it. It looks brand new. It's so good. The finished pages with Kyle's coloring and Eric Weathers' lettering looks like this book came out just yesterday. So it's great. I did a new cover for it. and I am going to print them in foil. We're going to have foil covered books, Cyberfrog 1 and 2 with brand new color, all this stuff, 32-page books, and I'm going to charge $10 a piece for them. So I'm going to put that campaign up. You'll be able to get these beautiful new copies of Cyberfrog 1 and 2 colored for the first time by Kyle Ritter, re-lettered so that it's clean. This is ugly. I hate my own lettering. And those will be available. I'm going to launch that tomorrow, I think. If you guys have any other ideas for, product, for things that you think that you'd like, let me know. I'll put it out. It's so cool. I have the money to make whatever I want. It's like I don't have unlimited money. I got to build on the money that I have by spending the money wisely to make stuff that I think people will actually want to buy. But you're definitely going to want these 2 books. I'm going to launch them tomorrow, and I'm going to do it like I'm going to do this campaign. I'm going to be careful with this campaign because it is new product that I'm putting out. I'm making stuff. I'm going to have stretch goals. So if you want to make a sticker, if you guys want stretch goal stickers, if you want all of this extra stuff, we can do it. I mean, we can, I'll come up with new ideas for new freebie giveaways as we go. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun as hell. So we're doing that. Looks like I'm going to be, hold on, I wrote it down here on my calendar. I'll tell you the exact date we're launching Wrecked Planet. I will tell you the exact date to the second that we're launching Wrecked Planet. It's going to be fantastic. All the leaves are brown, and this guy is gay. I went for a walk. I wrote it down. Where is it? It's sometime in March. That says the beginning of Ramadan. That's not it. That's Earth Day. I'm way in April. I could be more organized. But we're going to launch Wrecked Planet in March. We're looking at another November delivery, and this time we're going to fucking deliver in November. It's going to be great. We're launching the action figures in May, and we're launching. It looks like we're going to be launching the Warts and All hardcover at the end of May, and then after everything's done, it's Rainbow Brute this autumn. So we're getting it all done. We're getting it all out to you, and we're gonna have fun this year. We're gonna have a lot of fun. Let me see here. Lee Johnson says, "Is Booker T coming to the con?" Yeah, we could invite him. That'd be funny. Snarkticon DM says, "Mike is such a snake, even Slytherin kicked him out." Snarkticon DM says, "Can I get a monocle with my Cyberfrog card?" No. Let me think about it. Craig Alexander is a new member. Thank you for joining, Craig Alexander. Welcome to the channel. Appreciate you guys. All right, so that's it. That's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to say Mike is full of shit and detrimental to his own life and career, but we know that. Dark Gift Comics Presents says, due March 13th. That's my birthday. That's Hunter's birthday. Happy birthday. I wrote the date down. I don't know when. Hold on, let me double check here. I'm gonna keep scrolling. Till I find it. With these bastards. Come on now. Who even knows? But I wanted to give Doug to Naples got a campaign coming out, and look, I still, it's professional respect and courtesy. I thought about launching against him, and then I went, that's not the thing to do. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be a pill. So Doug to Naples launching, and I'm going to give him a good, month or so, for Bigfoot Build 2, to get the attention that he needs. And then I'll launch once Zach's done. Kyle will be done. Not Kyle. Cecil will be done. And then, Doug will be, I think Doug will be halfway. If Doug runs a 2-month campaign, he'll be halfway through his campaign. And that's what we're going to do. All right, let's see. I don't want to. It's not even a matter of crushing. The thing is, like, if Risey Lee says, just wrap it up, Tabby. Why are you calling me an orange cat? Risey Lee, you knock it off. You be nice. Sheila Allen says, leaving 862 people hanging. Well, I mean, now it's only 859. I could still, I'll stream a little bit more if you want. I mean, if you want me to. Ethan, are you going to go see Sonical the Hedgehog? Yes, Sonical the Hedgehog. He's moronical. He's dumb. He's moronical. 3 times he said moronical. How do you not know that? How do you not know that's not a word? It's absolutely ridiculous. Don't leave us, CVS. No, Risey Lee said leave. He called me a tabby. He said wrap it up, and he spelled rap R-A-P. So he wants me to be like, he wants me to beatbox. He wants me to get Run DMC on yo asses. And I will too. I will tell him that he be illin'. And it'll be Christmas in Harlem and all that stuff. I can get funky fresh, guys. Let's see. Don't forget Antonio with Brand 2. We're going to promote the hell out of that. We're going to promote the hell out of Antonio Brand 2. We've got so many great books coming up. I'm going to be here every single day promoting all of them. But tomorrow is going to be my day. Tomorrow I am launching these reprints of Cyberfrogs 1 and 2, recolored by Kyle Ritter, relettered by the great Eric Weathers. It's going to be great. It's going to be fun. And the Salamandroid Blacklight posters, which I think you'll also like. Solve for X says T-minus 87 days until inventing incidents on Indiegogo. Mike, I see you in the waiting room, pal. I'm probably not going to have guests. I'll catch you next time, all right? Sorry, man. Yeah, I was thinking about having guests on, and then I went, no, I don't think I'm going to do it. Let me see here. Comic Artist Pro Secrets, have you thought about having a Todd McFarlane Toys make a Cyberfrog action figure statuette? Yes, I have thought about that. I've thought about that in the same way. I've thought about owning a yacht. And I've thought about that in the same way as I've thought about, let me see, other things that I want that are not within my grasp. Todd McFarlane doing a Cyberfrog toy would be excellent. Maybe one day it'll happen, but I don't think it's going to happen right away. People are like, people are happy that Mike is not in here. Come on now. You guys love Micah Curtis. Micah Curtis is great. Let's see. Why are you launching against Cecil and not Doug? Shame. Oh, I'm not launching against Cecil. The thing about it is that you have to understand the first 48 hours is when you don't want to conflict with someone. You don't want to conflict with someone in the first 48 hours of their campaign. You'll hurt them. You'll I don't know. It doesn't seem like a good idea. But Cecil's already going on. Cecil's about to wrap it up, and I think Cecil's got like 6 days left or something like that. Let me double check and see what Cecil's doing. Of course, Cecil would tell you that, of course, how awful. How could I do this to him? Yeah, Cecil's got 6 days left of his first month. And I think that, let me see, where's he at? God bless Cecil. $103,963. I'm so glad he crossed over that 6 figures line. That is just gigantic. In 6 days, his last 2 days are going to be pretty big. The next 4 days will kind of probably trickle in a little bit. I'll bet he'll get to, in the next, okay, here's my prediction, because I've been following these things a lot. All right, in the next 4 days, Cecil's going to get to $106,000. Okay, that's where he's going to get. It's going to be so slow, but he'll get to 106. The last 48 hours are going to be crazy, and he's going to end up at 150 in the first month. Yeah, that's my prediction for Cecil's campaign, and that's usually the way that it works. It's like the last 48 hours are a bonanza, and then Cecil's going to decide if he wants to just put the book out or if he wants to relaunch or extend for another 30 days. And that's entirely up to him. But I don't think I'd be interfering with him. I wouldn't interfere with him. I think my having a campaign out there would just make it better for everyone. I need to have campaigns out there. I got to be doing stuff. All right, let's see. Geek Hero Bubba says, hey, Ethan, I'm very excited for Wreck Planet. I'm equally excited for the original reprints. Yeah, I hope so. They're going to be pretty. I mean, I'm going to do really nice foil enhanced covers. Foil covers look like this. They're not chromium. Chromium. I could do Chromium, but do I want to do Chromium? You know what? We're going to start out with foil. Okay, this is what foil looks like. So, and this is like a regular 32-page comic book. So this is what you're going to receive, but you're going to receive Cyberfrog, colored by Kyle Ritter, brand new covers by me, and it's going to be great. But maybe we'll do like a thing where if we get to $100,000, which I'm not sure that we will for this, we'll go Chromium. We can do all the stretch goals that you want, or if you'd rather have stickers, we could do stickers, and pretty much anything that you guys want to do. We'll do that. Yeah, Cecil could take the money and run after the first month. That's also a possibility. Let's see. Give us a recap on upcoming campaigns again, please. Okay. So tomorrow, and probably around noon tomorrow, I'm going to get the campaign ready. We are going to launch. I'm launching a campaign with all new stuff. It's going to be Cyberfrog, the Hall of Heroes, Cyberfrog 1 and 2. Cyberfrog Hall of Heroes books are extremely rare. The print runs were beneath 5,000 each back in the 90s. Okay, and they were indie, so not a lot of people have these. If you find them on the internet, if you find them on eBay, you're going to pay about between $200 and $1,000 in some cases for these books, and that ain't fair. So what I did was I had Kyle Ritter go in and start recoloring them. I made the files, and Kyle is like coloring this black and white newsprint book and bringing it up to the standards of a modern day comic book. The lettering here that you see was done by hand by me in 1993. We are having Eric Weathers. Eric Weathers is actively re-lettering this now. He did a whole video about it. He showed me like a few pages of it, and it looked great. So this is Cyberfrog number 1. Cyberfrog number 2 is also being put through the same paces, the same process. We're going to put shiny new covers on them, foil covers, and I'm going to sell them to you guys, or at least try to sell them to you guys for let me see here, for $10 a piece. So you're going to be able to get Cyberfrog 1 for $10. You're going to be able to get Cyberfrog 2 for $10, or both for $20. And then at the same time, I'm going to put up the Salamandroid blacklight poster, which is, I think you guys have seen the image that we're using for the Salamandroid blacklight poster. It is, if you don't know what a blacklight poster is, they're from the 70s and the 80s. It's an old style of when people used to have black lights, ultraviolet lights. You shine up on these fluorescent posters, and they look trippy. They look really cool. You can get black lights and ultraviolet lights on Amazon. I checked. So in case you guys actually want to use your blacklight posters, they're available on Amazon, Amazon.com. But they take the black of the poster, like the black shadows, and they put velvet, over it. It's like a velvet Elvis poster. And then the colors that Kyle Ritter did, they're going to kind of strip out and replace those with just bright fluorescence. So this poster is going to look like a Jimi Hendrix poster. Remember those? You remember seeing like blacklight posters that are just kind of tripped out, fluorescent colors, psychedelic. That's what we're going to do. And then I'm also going to offer a regular version of that poster if you don't want blacklight. I got the price on the blacklight posters. They're fucking expensive. I'm going to make absolutely nothing on these, but I'm going to charge a little bit more than I did for the Jay Lee poster. And I think I can still do okay with that. So the blacklight posters, 2 Cyberfrogs 1 and 2 with foil covers, and then I don't know, maybe I'll do like some second chance offers on some of the other books. I'm going to launch a big campaign tomorrow. We're going to do it right. We're going to do it so that there are stretch goals. We can have little gimmicks and toys and fun things. If we want to do more trading cards, we can do more trading cards. If we want to do stickers, we can do that. So there's that. I am launching Wrecked Planet mid to late May. I have a date. I just can't find it on my calendar. I marked it on my calendar, and I can't find it right now. It's pretty embarrassing. But we are launching Wrecked Planet in mid-March, I should say, mid-March. May, we are launching the action figures. May, we are launching, late May, we are launching Warts and All. That's a project. Warts and All is, they gave me a book map, so I've got to actually put the book together. I've got to do a lot of writing for the book. I've got to do a lot of design work for the book. That's a much bigger deal than I thought it was going to be. I was just like, just throw this shit in a hardcover and let's no, the book is putting together a hardcover omnibus is a damn bit of workload for me. I'm going to do that. And then once, we're looking at Wrecked Planet coming out by the end of the year, November, December. And the Warts and All books should be equally like around the same time. So people should have their books for Christmas this year. And then I'm going to launch Rainbow Brute probably in November. As we're shipping Cyberfrog Wrecked Planet, we're going to launch Rainbow Brute. We're going to get that underway. That's going to be a 2-month campaign that will begin shipping probably spring of 2021. But we're going to get both campaigns underway. Why? Because I made a goal. My goal is $10 million for Comicsgate in 2020. I got to do as many Cyberfrog products as I can. I've got to actually get stuff out there. So I'm doing Warts and All, Wrecked Planet, and I'm doing Rainbow Brute in 2020. And it's going to be fun, guys. I hope you're here. I hope you're ready for it. It's going to be great. And we've got action figures, we've got games, we've got the card game, which is looking exquisite. More and more people are turning in pieces of artwork that are just phenomenal. I had Kanan White turn in a beautiful cover today. Let me see if I can find that and share that with you guys. Kanan White, man. Let's see here. I don't even think he sent me the corrected version. I had a big conversation with him about Cyberfrog's teeth. That was interesting. It's like, no, Kanan, let me describe. Like, I liked everything about this image, and I would have just gone with this image, and I wouldn't have fucked with Kanan at all, except I wanted this image to be perfect. Here it is, and I don't know what I'm going to do with this. This is probably a poster too. I don't. Right now, the only thing that this is for is one of the playing cards in the Cyberfrog game. This is Cyberfrog getting swarmed. I said, hey, draw Cyberfrog getting his ass kicked. And Cyberfrog is getting his ass kicked here, but he's also kicking a little bit of ass in response. This card is called Swarmed. And he's also doing Salamandroid Swarmed. He's working on that one too. This is phenomenal. I was like, dude, his teeth are too small. I was like, could you change that? And he was like, well, like what? And I was like bigger and fewer teeth, like human teeth. And he was like, yeah, okay. And he did it, and it got weirder. Like, he put teeth in here, and I was like, no. And I ended up drawing it for him. I ended up doing him a little sketch, a little doodle. I'll show you that. I mean, I don't know why I wouldn't just show you, how this kind of thing works. Like, my sketch sucks too. It's funny. Let me see here. God damn, Kanan White is a god on earth. Kanan White is a god on earth. Let me see. Yeah, I'll do this. I'll show you my beautiful artwork. You guys will be impressed with my sketch that I sent over to Kanan, and then you're going to see his end result here. Opening a new tab. Okay. Good. Antonio, I see you here. I'm going to bring Antonio in. Sorry, I know this looks hypocritical because I kicked Micah out, but I'll bring Antonio in because we're talking about his boy. Yeah.
I was like, oh no. I'm just sitting here, just laying here. No, I was in the bed and I saw you and I was like, oh, well, you might need a wingman. So I came.
Yeah. You're perfect. Sorry, Micah. This is nothing personal. It's just we're talking about Kanan White. All right. So, like I said, okay. Wait a second. Yeah. No, I just did this backwards. But here's his teeth. You can see all of his teeth in here, and I don't like that. It looks creepy. Like, it looks too real. And Cyberfrog has to be likable. And there's something about his kind of, I don't know. He's got big goofy teeth. And I said, Kanan, look at that panel in Blood Honey where Cyberfrog says, "Chell sends down," and you can really see his teeth, like the size of them, the way they're placed in his mouth. And he said, okay. And then he did it again, but it got weirder the second time he did it. So I did this little sketch. I said, redraw it like this so that they're big and you don't see them on this side hanging out. They're hidden up in here. And then, and he went, oh, yeah. He's like, okay. And so he did this. And it's like a million times better. Like, it's way more realistic than I think I draw Cyberfrog, but it looks better. Like, it's on the money,
It looks gorgeous, but I happen to be a fan of Mr. White's art, so there you go.
Well, me too. Me too.
Well, he just gave me 2 more pages. It was awesome. So.
Really?
Yeah, he just gave. Yeah, they're great. So, yeah.
All right, let's see. Jabba the Cuck says, "Shut the gates on Micah." That's not nice. That's not nice at all. Micah is definitely permitted in here every time. Joseph says, "Frogs have teeth." No, but Cyberfrog does. And Cyberfrog, remember, was meant to be a human being. That's why he eats chicken and all that stuff. He has human taste. Let me see.
I meant to be a frog because I eat chicken. So.
I love chicken, dude. I swear. I went to Chick-fil-A today. I shouldn't have, but I did. Ethan better be happy. I'm not the type to turn into a Captain Cummings. Micah, I am happy about that. Thank you for not becoming Captain Cummings. For God's sake. Yeah. Oh, here's Cecil. He says, naturally, I need an advance on Rainbow Brute. 50K up front should be fine for now. All right, Cecil. I'll send you the PayPal. What do you think of that, Antonio? Is that the thing to do? Do we have to advance Cecil 50K on Rainbow Brute? Rainbow Brute.
No, I always trust Ethan to do the right thing. So
the right thing is not to do it. The right thing is to give him nothing. Yeah, how's your father says 50K? That's pretty low. How dare you, Cecil? How dare you? So in any case, I don't know. I don't want to stay on. I want to get back to work. I love Antonio. I love Micah. I love everyone here. But I do feel like getting back to drawing tonight. Heather Swain cards, Antonio.
I love those. I love Heather. Need to let my man Demetrius draw a Heather card. Although he draws like cheesecake stuff. So you may not want that.
Yeah, people are like, Heather Swain is, how come you don't draw her like with bigger boobies and stuff? I think she's got big boobies. They don't really hang out or anything like that. She's just like, I don't know. I don't think of her like that. Isn't that weird? I don't think of her as sexy because then it's weird. Like her relationship with Cyberfrog would be weird if her ass were hanging out all the time. It would send the wrong message.
It would
Am I wrong?
Right message to me, but I'm a pervert and I fully own that. So there you go.
Okay, it would feel kind of odd. Let's see. Braden Dykstra says moronical monocle. A moronical monocle. We can make moronical monocles. That sounds good. Mazamonti says Cyberfrog greeting cards that I can frame, please. Greeting cards. That's an idea too. I mean, I can exploit the living hell out of all this artwork that I bought off of people because first of all, I bought a lot of artwork off of EJ. I bought a lot of artwork off of, I've hired everybody. I got this new Elliot Fernandez Salamandroid. Elliot is so nice, man. He sent me because Antonio, did you make Elliot feel bad?
I've talked to Elliot a few times. I just think there's a lot of people in Comicsgate that love Elliot.
Yeah, of course.
But I also see that he feels like he's kind of got caught in the middle because he's working with Doug, but then things get complicated. There's like you have relationships that it's the same with me, and like Mike was one of the first people in Comicsgate to help me, and then we obviously disagree on Comicsgate now, so it's kind of, and then like I keep seeing things, like I'm trying to talk to Mike, and I'm like, then I'm seeing him do stuff, and I'm like, I can't put the cosign on that. So I get Elliot feels like he's kind of caught in hard place, and then so I feel the same way. I understand exactly what he's saying, but oy.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying that you made Elliot feel bad because Elliot turned in.
No.
Yeah, no, that's exactly right. Elliot turned in this Salamandroid card, and everybody was looking at it. Like everybody's so happy to see Elliot Fernandez drawing Salamandroid, and I was happy too. I mean, this is really nice. And I didn't notice it, but you did. You said, "Where's this goddamn tail, Elliot?"
Well, I texted him. And he also I have some of the original shots he was doing because I was on the phone with him for like 3 hours while he was drawing this.
Yeah.
And he didn't put you got like a little black skull mark thing on the Vespa's heads. He didn't have that on there at first. So he put that on. Yeah, I was like, "Where's the little skull thing on for the Vespas?" And I mean, he was looking for references and stuff he couldn't find, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I remember seeing that." I thought that was just maybe the Queen or something. I don't know. And I was like, in the book, it's got it on the other ones as well. So he put that in there, and he forgot to put the tail, but he was thinking about the tail earlier. And then so I'm a tail man, as they say. But
I'm glad, like, yeah, it's I never noticed it, and I probably would have noticed it eventually. So I'm like glad that you let him know. And poor Elliot just kind of texted me, and he just said, "Hey man, Antonio just informed me that I forgot the tail. Let me knock that out tonight. I'll have it for you in the AM." He said, "I'm really sorry. It was on my mind, but I totally forgot." I was like, "Elliot, it's okay. I didn't even notice it." But you did. Antonio has my back, and that's.
Well, I was like, but Ethan loves it. He was like, "Oh man, I hate that I missed that." And he fixed it.
All right, good. Yeah, there's a lot of love for Elliot Fernandez around here, so it's perfectly okay. I was just like, no, it's okay. He was like so apologetic and stuff. It was great. So he's putting the tail on, and I guess. I got to resend that over to Kyle. I've buried Kyle Ritter with work. I mean, I've utterly buried him. And
is Kyle okay? I've heard he had to go back to the hospital.
Where did you hear that? Well, I didn't hear that.
I saw some people in the chat saying that, but maybe they're wrong about it. So I was like, yeah, I was watching the chat earlier and someone said that Kyle was going, but I hope that was some misinformation and he is in full health.
Do you guys know that? Look, I'm looking in the chat. I mean, is that a true thing? Do you know that? Let's see. You hospitalized Kyle. I didn't mean to. Where is he didn't. I think he sent me. No, he sent me that page the other day. I mean,
yeah. So I don't know. I need to look on the Twitter, maybe.
Yeah, he does have. It's on his Twitter. Oh boy. Okay. Let me see here. I thought he left Twitter too, but I guess not. Let me see. Poor Kyle. He does nothing wrong. They were killing him on Twitter because he was attacking feminists over the Birds of Prey movie.
Oh, I had a couple of my friends that went to see that, and they were like, "It's okay."
I have no desire to see it. It looks horrible, and I guess I could see it if I wanted to make a video about it. Let's see. Looks like I'm going to spend. Oh no. Looks like I'm going to spend Valentine's Day going to the doctor. I'm having red spots on both of my hands, which is so painful. Sore tongue, back pains, cluster headache.
Oh.
What the hell is going on with Kyle? He says this is what it looks like. I don't see. Oh yeah. I see.
Oh wow.
Okay. Yeah. What is that? Let me diagnose him.
Oh no.
It looks like his hand has AIDS.
No.
I diagnosed his hand as having AIDS. I hope he'll be okay. There's a lot of medication for that now. People are cheering him on. They're saying that sounds like the measles. Why is Kyle dying?
Oh God!
I mean, I hate to put it that way, but why is he dying all the time? I need him to do my book. God damn it!
Kanan was sick like 2 weeks ago, and now I'm kind of sick. So I've been. That's why I was like, everything's horrible. Like I got sick, and then I had to lift in 2,700 Gemini mailer in my home, and the old man. It was me and the old man, and he's like, "What do you want to do?"
He needs a tapeworm. I think if he had a tapeworm, is that what they used to do in the old days? They'd give you a tapeworm, and it would like suck the illness out of you.
That was it. I know they used to do leeches.
Leeches, yeah.
Yeah, it was horrible. Yeah. Bunch of rubes thinking that leeches were gonna do anything but make them even sicker. I don't know. So.
Triple R calls it backhole hand. Backhole hand.
Okay.
There's that as well. So I don't really know what's going on. No, he's never shaken my hand. I've never met him in person. But I will whip him like a rented mule. He needs to get Cyberfrog done, Antonio. Is that exploitative? Am I talking like a slave master or exploitative, driving this guy to his doom?
Well, I gotta be honest, I do love Kyle's color work. I love I love Kyle's color work, so it would be a shame if he was not in full health and unable to complete the rest of Cyberfrog.
Yes, it would be a shame.
Yes, and let's pray for his good health.
It'd be a shame, Kyle.
Oh no! It looks like you're putting a hit on him or something. It would be a shame.
It'd be a shame if you didn't finish my book. Why can't Kyle die after Cyberfrog Part 4? Yeah, once we get Cyberfrog Part 4 done, and that's a little ways away. So long life to Kyle. At that point, he can, if he wants to, he can pass on. He's got my permission. That's perfectly okay. Is that okay with you, Antonio?
It is okay for the good of Comicsgate.
Micah says, "Stop placing a hex on Kyle." Okay, well, I don't mean to do that. I don't want to place a hex on him. All right, look, I'm going to get to work. I love all of you very much. We've got 908 people here at 4:20 in the morning. People are saying it's exploitable. Do you understand what they're saying with the tick hole thing?
No. Apparently that's the thing. I don't.
Yeah, Edwin Boyette was just on his YouTube channel, and he called Comicsgate. He said, "You're all stupid. You're dummy."
Oh God.
He said you're moronical. He said you're moronical. Moronical isn't a word. That's a self-own. That's what we call a self-own. When you're calling someone stupid, make sure that the word that you're using to call them stupid is a word. That's step one. Make sure that in the process of calling someone a dummy, you do not yourself look like the bigger dummy, Antonio.
Oh my goodness, that is. I don't know. I've actually had some pleasant interactions with Edwin. It was a few weeks ago. It was like, oh, okay.
You did?
Yeah, a few weeks. I mean, holidays, all that good stuff.
Was it a massage? Was it like a Hawaiian massage? I had a pleasant interaction with Edwin. Yeah, he was rubbing me down with Hawaiian oils in the massage parlor that he works at.
Oh God, no!
He's half construction worker, half massage parlor attendant, and that's the dichotomy of Edwin Boyette. We got really pleasant. He's rubbing hot oil on me. He put stones on my back, like hot stones. Felt good.
You may have just named.
Then he grabbed my balls.
Yeah, you may have just gave me the name for the new episode of Sexy Party that we will be streaming tonight. Instead of dichotomy, it will be dichotomy, and that'll be that'll be the new episode of Sexy Party.
That's what bisexuality is. It's a dichotomy.
It's a dichotomy.
I think that's what that word means. So anyway, I love you all. I gotta get to work, Antonio. I gotta get to work. I got so much to do. I gotta ship Heather Swain trading cards out to people who were good enough to join my channel. People who
even black people.
No, not black people. I have a special card for the black people who join my channel. It's equal, but it's different. I mean, it's
equal, it's separate but equal.
Yeah. Even black people, even the Irish, you're all getting your trading cards. And thank you so much. And Antonio, I don't even know if you're a member of the channel, but I'll send you one anyway. Of course I will. Yeah, of course. You're my pal. And let me see. Let me just check and make sure I got all the super chats. Let's see. Cyberfrog greeting cards. Yeah, okay, that's the last one. Thank you guys. And by the way, a greeting card is a good idea. What kind of greeting card would it be? Hey, dickhead. Hey, a-hole. Just thinking about you.
A greeting card. That's why I was like, Kanan was going to make a greeting card, but it was just, he ended up coming with something, but it was just so long. And I was like, now that we've got everything coming in, I was like, matter of fact, I might actually, I should have copies of Brand in my home on Monday.
Are you serious? Like your first few copies?
Yeah, but there's supposed to be like 40 boxes. They broke it into all these shipments, and yeah, that's what's worrying. So it's like I don't know all what's coming. So some of it's coming from Missouri, and then some of it's coming from another. So I was just like, okay. I was not expecting. I thought it was going to be one big pallet, but even the pallets are troublesome trying to get them delivered to a residential area sometimes, and I don't have a big truck, and the whole thing is I bought a little pallet jack thing. I was like, let me just bring, because I definitely do not want to go through what I went through the other day loading all those Gemini mailers in.
Gemini mailers are heavy, dude.
Dude, yeah. It weighed, what was it? Because it's like 2,700 and some change. I had to look on the bill of lading. It was, it weighs a bunch.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh.
I got 5 crates of them, and I remember just having to pick them up off the porch and carry them into the dining room where we were setting up to fulfill. They were fucking heavy. I was like, I didn't know cardboard could weigh this much. I had no idea.
It was a nightmare, because he looked at me like, he was like, hey brother, I'm not lifting anything. It's gonna be you. He's like, I'm only supposed to just drop this stuff off. And I was like, are you not gonna help me?
We're getting exercise here. We're getting exercise. Chris Boitano says, wish Ethan could have made Daddy Can't Rape Us All cards for Valentine's Day. Well, I can. I can make them for next Valentine's Day. I mean, they'd be evergreen. They'd be evergreen cards. We can make lots of different holiday. Why don't we make like a pack of holiday cards? One for every occasion of Cyberfrog. What do you think of that, Antonio?
That's a lot to think about.
No, it isn't. It's Antonio. Valentine's Day, Easter, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas.
That's it.
5 cards in a pack. That's all it is. And maybe one for Arbor Day.
4th of July. No.
4th of July is a pretty big holiday. I didn't even think of that. Yeah.
Labor Day.
Well, I was saying Labor Day could be an extra card. I mean, it's something that you want to send. Maybe I could make a birthday card. You know, it's like, here's a birthday card that you can send to someone.
Cyberfrog in his birthday suit?
Yes. Yeah. Cyberfrog without his belt. He'd be naked.
Yeah, there you go.
That'd be sexy.
You look like you're going to a wrestling match. I see you got all your legs on, but I know you use those when you're like drawing, so you don't bang your arm up against the table or whatever. Yeah,
like my elbows, I had bursitis, and so I don't ever want to get that again. Well, I come down hard on my elbows when I'm drawing, and on a hard desk over time, it hurts. It's a bitch. So I wear these all the time now, and I haven't had a problem since. And plus, like, now they're warm. Like, now I wear them and they're warm. If I'm not wearing them, I'm like, why are my elbows cold?
I'm like old man cold down here. It'll be, it's I think it's like 40 something degrees right now here in the volunteer state. It's horrible.
Everybody's like, time to wrap it up, Ethan. I've been saying that. It's time to. Antonio's drawing me into more conversation.
I know. Let's because I need to talk to you off the air anyway. So.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So. Well, I mean, I'm just, Hey, Ethan. Hey. All right.
So people are saying, let us go. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for super chats. Thank you for listening. Pray for Mike S. Miller, who is currently setting fire to things to keep his children warm. Bless you all, and we'll see you again soon. Mazamonti says, no writing on the outside so I can frame it, please. Oh, I see. Okay, well, we can do that. All right, guys. You have a great day today. Kick some ass. See ya.
Flat Earth is real.